Beijing could invade Taiwan as early as this year or next, the chief of U.S. naval operations, Admiral Mike Gilday, said at a forum in Washington on Wednesday. The statement came days after U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken stated Beijing was pursuing reunification with the island on a much faster timeline. China views Taiwan as a breakaway province and wants to bring it to its fold in the future and has not ruled out the use of force. Taiwan is currently a self-governed democracy. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the U.S. Chief of Naval Operations thinks China could invade Taiwan by 2023. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank, aircraft, or ship, and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. Admiral Mike Gilday told an Atlantic Council event that his assessment was based not just on speeches by Chinese President Xi Jinping, but how the Chinese behave and what they do. Gilday said, "What we've seen over the past 20 years is that they have delivered on every promise they've made earlier than they said they were going to deliver on it. When we talk about the 2027 window, in my mind, that has to be a 2022 window or potentially a 2023 window. I can't rule it out." Here, he was referring to the so-called Davidson window. Viewers may note that last year, the U.S. Indo-Pacific Command Chief, Admiral Phil Davidson, told Congress that China was pursuing the military ability to invade Taiwan by 2027. Gilday added further, "I don't mean at all to be alarmist by saying that, it's just that we can't wish it away." Gilday is not the only American official to warn of a more immediate timeline. Antony Blinken on Monday said he believed that there had been a change in approach by Beijing, which he said was no longer prepared to accept Taiwan's self-government. Blinken stated, "Instead of sticking with the status quo that was established in a positive way, a fundamental decision was made that the status quo was no longer acceptable and that Beijing was determined to pursue reunification on a much faster timeline." During a speech to commemorate the Communist Party's 100-year anniversary, which was last year, Chinese President Xi Jinping stated, "Resolving the Taiwan question and realizing China's complete reunification is a historic mission and an unshakable commitment of the party." On Saturday, Xi used a speech at the 20th Communist Party National Congress to vow Beijing would never promise to renounce the use of force to reunify with Taiwan, threatening to use all measures necessary to achieve it, but gave no projected timeframe. In the last few years, China's been mounting increased pressure on Taiwan by sending warplanes and warships with a clear intention to intimidate. China is separated from Taiwan through the Taiwan Strait, and China will have to move its forces across the strait in case it decides to invade. It's been building warships at a frantic pace and is especially working to bolster its amphibious capabilities. For example, it's designed 40,000-ton Type 075 amphibious assault ships and has already built 3 of these, with plans on manufacturing 8. It has a full-length flight deck for helicopter operations and features a floodable well deck from which to disembark hovercraft and armored amphibious assault vehicles. The Type 075's size and tonnage are greater than most contemporaries, with exceptions including the United States Navy's Wasp class and America class. Given the fact that the U.S. assessment regarding Russia's invasion of Ukraine was pretty accurate, the situation for Taiwan seems ominous.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.